All right, hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Dorothy. Thanks for joining me. So right now, I want to talk about November and what's going on with that. So right now, let me just give you a brief synopsis of November. So November's energy, the astrological energy, is Scorpio for the most part. With the sun already in the sign of Scorpio, we're looking to be a little more intense. We're looking at clearing the things that have been part of our lives for a very long time that we want to get rid of, because Scorpio is very well known for transformation. And for things to transform, we need to see what really is the root of any issue or the cause of issues that we might have in our lives. So this is an opportunity once a year, especially when the sun moves through that Scorpio energy, for us to be made aware of what is deep within, what is hidden from ourselves, what we hide from ourselves, or where this transformation in our lives need to happen. And so we're going to work with that because we have many planets moving through the sign of Scorpio and a few others, and we'll get to the details of that in a second. So wherever you have Scorpio in your chart, I will be addressing that by talking about each zodiac sign next and how that plays out for you. Okay, Pisces, this one is for you. So I want to start right off on November 2nd with Mercury and moving into the sign of Scorpio. Now this goes on in your solar ninth house, and at the same time, well, almost at the same time, between the 2nd and November 11th, you have an opportunity to do a lot of releasing of things that don't fit your life anymore. Because on November 11th, we have a new moon in Scorpio, also in that solar ninth house. So what that means in a nutshell here is that you have an opportunity here to look at where you're exploring life and how you're exploring life. That's that ninth house. Look at the education that you have and what you do have and what you don't have. There's probably an opportunity here for you to go back to school, or at least take a few weekend courses, or to learn something that's fun and exciting for you, something that really will expand your awareness. There's also an opportunity here to do a little bit of traveling if you want to. You don't have to, but do a little bit of traveling because of that ninth house energy. When we have that new moon, it's always about setting new goals. And so being in that ninth house, yes, it's all about expanding your awareness and learning new things and exploring life in a whole new way. The sun is in that sector, of course, for the whole month of November, approximately for the whole month of November, all the way till the 22nd. And so you are being, that area is being highlighted for you. So try and pay attention to see what it is that you want to learn about and seek new information on. As a Pisces, you're always seeking out information outside yourself anyways. So it's important that you, well, it's not even important. You're just going to go do it because it's just one of those natural things that will happen with those planets moving through that sector and that new moon in that sector as well. There will be a separate video for the new moon. So when that gets loaded up, if you're a subscriber, you will be notified. Next, I want to back up a little because still on November 2nd, we also have Venus in Virgo, conjunct Mars in Virgo, and that's in the relationship sector for you in your solar 7th house. And that just tells me is that over the last few weeks, especially through parts of October and into this early part of November, there's a lot going on with your partnerships and your relationships, and you're really hashing out some of the details. All right, so on November 8th, Venus moves into the sign of Libra, and on November 12th, Mars moves into the sign of Libra. So both of these are moving into your 8th house. And what that means is first off, with Mars and Venus together, they've already been together, like I mentioned, in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships for the month and of October. And now that they've moved into Libra, they're moving into that 8th house. There's a couple of ways to look at this. First off, it can help you to resolve any type of conflict that you might have in regards to a relationship, because that 8th house is about solving issues and digging in deep into problems. The Libra energy that's present in that sector for you is about finding peace and harmony and balance. So if there is anything going on within regards to relationships, then you're able to work through these things, okay, in this month of November. Now, we also have, when Venus moves into that 8th house, the 8th house on another side of the coin, so to speak, is about finances and outside resources. So those are represented by, let's see, bank accounts and, credit card debt and mortgages and inheritances and things like that. And so with Venus in that sector, Venus is a money planet at times. So our values and how much we owe, and the Mars energy gives us the energy to take action. So if you owe money, and you owe a lot of money, then this actually might be a month where you can really get a hold of that and start paying your debt down. All right, that's just another way to look at it. There's always many different possibilities. If that's not even in the scope of your life, then don't you be concerned with that, because that doesn't mean, there's just so many different options when it comes to astrology. All right, I want to move on. So what we have to finish up this month of November, it's always plenty of things, but I just want to give you a few pieces. On November 20th, Mercury moves into the sign of Sagittarius, and on November 22nd, the Sun moves into the sign of Sagittarius, and this goes into your career sector, into your 10th house. Now, since January to June, Saturn's been in your career sector, took a little break, did a retrograde thing, now it's back in as of the end of September. Saturn moving through that career sector is all about redefining, who you are and what you're doing, okay? You get to take your career more seriously, and that's okay. Happens every 28 years or so when Saturn moves through this place, this sector, moves somewhere. Whatever is it's not working for you will go away, so you're able to position yourself and put yourself in a better place for a better job. So don't be too awful concerned if something has ended and you're still waiting for something to begin. Now, with Mercury and the Sun moving in there and then making a conjunction, connecting with Saturn, that will just kind of give Saturn a little extra help, a little boost on November 24th for Mercury and November 29th for the Sun. And when those two planets connect with Saturn in that career sector, that's all about news and activities. If you're putting out job applications, this is very helpful. Or if you're looking to take on more responsibility at work, also very helpful. You're going to be seen, and that's the important thing. So just know that if Saturn is moving through that sector for you, well, it is moving through that sector for you, but with Saturn and all the other planets in there right now for the month of November, and it'll work that way into December, Saturn will be there for 2.5 years. We just have to realize that for you, this is all about what you're presenting yourself to the world and that public image that you have for yourself. All right, I'm doing a video on Saturn in and of itself, so come watch that sometime soon. If you subscribe, you are notified when all my videos are posted. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching, and namaste. Blessings.